Guys, what's going on? My name is Louis, and God bless every single one of you. Today is March 26, 2024, and welcome to the Grand Supreme News channel. Alright guys, so we have some breaking news updates, some very important information coming out. If you can, please share this video. And it says here, ship issued Mayday call before slamming into Baltimore Bridge. This is coming out from the governor, and we have more breaking news updates. The president will address the nation about the situation that took place. The Baltimore Bridge. So we have all the updates. Once again, please pray for those who are still, again, they're still searching for those that were in the vehicle when that ship impacted that bridge. So this happened around 2 a.m. I think it was like 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. Eastern time. And I was up that time, and I was watching Steve Luckner live stream. Big shout out to Steve Luckner. And it's very sad. I mean, the way it just went down in a split second. I mean, that thing is like, it's like a toothpick. Everything just snapped and fell. I never seen anything like that ever in my life. So we're going to see what's going on here. If you can, please send prayers to many out there. I will keep you updated on this story. And the governor is putting out some very important information. Let's see what's going on here. And I will share this link, these article link on my Twitter page. Make sure you follow me on Twitter for all latest news and updates. The links will be in the comments box. So the container, and by the way, guys, this thing was carrying some massive weight. Well, again, we're talking about 40-foot containers, 54-foot containers. This thing was loaded. I mean, it was so much weight. That's why it took that bridge down like nothing. So the container ship that slammed into a Baltimore bridge early Tuesday issued a Mayday call moments before a move which saved many as officials halted some road traffic, Maryland's Gov said. Now, the ship was moving at a rapid 8 knots, 9 miles per hour. Alerted authority that it had lost power. Oh, man. Wow, it lost power, prompting officials to rush to limit cars from traveling over the Francis Scott Key Bridge. Wow. These people are heroes. They saved many last night. Man. There's going to be a huge investigation. They're going to check this cargo ship. They're going to see what really happened there. And, wow. Let's see what's going on with this story here. So let me just pull up this information. These are all updates, all right? This is a lot of updates, a lot of information is coming out. I'm going to share every single one of them if I can. It's probably going to be a long video, but just have patience with me, guys. These are breaking news updates, all right? So updates. So you have the president says he wants federal gov to pay for rebuilding collapsed bridge. All right, so once again, the president said Tuesday he wants the federal gov to bear the full cost of rebuilding the Francis Scott Bridge, Key Bridge, after it collapsed in Baltimore Tuesday morning. So it's my intention, and this is his announcement, his speech given today. It's my intention that the federal gov will pay for the entire cost of reconstructing that bridge, the president said from the White House. I expect the House to support my effort. This is going to take some time. Once again, this is coming out from the president, putting out a very important message. Here's another one. 18 minutes ago, the president says there's no indication bridge collapse was caused by an eternal act. Excuse me, Intentional act. I truly apologize. Intentional act. So, wow. Um, so, like I say, guys, they're gonna have to do their investigation on this one here. They're gonna have to send the crews and check the everything, wires, brakes, engine, whatever, propellers. I mean, I don't know what the experts gonna do, but they will be doing their inspection. So you're gonna have very important department agency searching every single part and piece in that ship. So once again, the president saying there's no signs of any. Give me a second here. Intentional act. You guys already know there's been train derailments, and then you have the planes, and it just stuff that is going on that is, many of us is asking that same question: what is going on? So there is no indication that the collapse of the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore was the result of an intentional act. Once again, the president said from the White House Tuesday morning. Now, the president promised a large response from the federal gov and said he has spoken with Maryland Gov Wes Moore, along with Maryland's 2 senators. Now, the president noted he has traveled over the Francis Scott Key Bridge many, many, many times during his commutes between D.C. and Delaware. All right, so once again, president's putting out some very important updates here. 24 minutes ago, president addressed Baltimore Bridge collapse. So again, the president is addressing the Tuesday morning collapse of the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore from the White House. The remarks come ahead of a trip to North Carolina the president is taking with VP Harris. Once again, the White House earlier Tuesday tweeted a picture of the president being briefed on the collapse in the Oval Office with senior White House officials, or advisors, excuse me. Once again, the president will continue to receive updates about this event and search and rescue efforts throughout the day, the White House said. Here's some more information. 30 minutes ago, what to watch from federal officials in their response to the Baltimore Bridge collapse. So, as the response to the Baltimore Bridge collapse shifts from a search and rescue mission to a recovery phase, there will be a sense of urgency to open up funding to remove debris and ultimately rebuild the bridge. Given the economic significance of the port of Baltimore, which is currently indefinitely closed, and the fact that the bridge is a key traffic artery for commuting Marylanders. Wow. So the whole thing has to be rebuilt. Everything has to be rebuilt. It all has to be rebuilt. They're going to just completely rebuild the entire bridge. Now, the added pressure of the port and the economic cost make it even more urgent for folks in Maryland and in the White House to quickly act, said Andy, an expert in disaster and infrastructure issues at the Bipartisan Policy Center. With emergency operation underway, federal and state officials will be working around the clock to assess the damage and the cost to rebuild, and rebuild quickly. Now, the National Transportation Safety Board has already launched a GO team to investigate the collapse. Once again, this person said it will be key to watch whether and how soon the president declare a federal emergency, which can help cut red tape involved with certain regulation and contracting rules. So they're trying to get this thing ASAP. They're trying to rebuild this as soon as possible. Very important bridge. And again, when it comes to travelers or work or business, I mean, this is like one of those main bridges. So we don't know how much this thing is going to cost, but trust me, this thing is going to be, this thing is going to be in the billions. 31 minutes ago, it says it affected us a lot. Baltimore resident described how bridge collapse would impact commute. There you go. Um, wow. I mean, this thing just went down like it didn't even took a minute. I mean, it's like 10 seconds. This thing just went down like dominoes. So you have some residents. You have Mr. Mendez lives a block away from the southern entrance of the bridge near Fort Amistad Park. He works in construction, and he said that the bridge collapse will affect his everyday life. It affects us a lot, he told the news in an interview conducted in Spanish. To get to work on the other side through other routes, we're talking about a 45-minute difference. He said his family didn't hear anything at night when the bridge collapsed, but he and his wife and their 4 young ones gathered near a gas station Tuesday to see what was going on. They learned about the incident on the news, he added. All right. So once again, you have residents, even other states. Actually, the entire country is in shock of what took place in Baltimore. So it says here, heart wrenching. And guys, it's strange because I did talk about Baltimore in my live stream that there is a shortage when it comes to COPS. Massive shortage. And they only had 3 cops for a 61,000 residence area. 3. So, I did post that video last night, and then 30 minutes later, or 20 minutes later, this happened. So it says here, you have Minnesota Gov, Tim Walz, offered the people of Maryland resources in the wake of the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse, calling the incident heart-wrenching on X. As we pray for the people of Maryland, we are offering any resources they may need as they grapple with this tragedy. Now, the state faced a similar tragedy in 2007 when the Interstate 35 West Bridge over the Mississippi River near downtown Minneapolis collapsed, taking down more than 100 with it. 13 passed from the incident, with 100 impacted. At the time, the bridge was loaded with rush hour traffic along with heavy construction equipment, which officials said contributed to the collapse. A multi-million-dollar settlement was reached a few years later between the victim of the collapse and the engineering firm responsible for the bridge's inspections. Guys, there's a lot of pictures here. A lot of pictures. Now, I'm not going to show it due to the platform policy. And I am getting hit really hard on this channel. So I'm going to share this link in my Twitter page if you guys want to check out the pictures. Give me a second here. I want to bring this one up. Ship dropped its anchor as part of emergency procedure before impact, transportation agency says. So you have the Daylight container ship that struck the Baltimore Key Bridge, dropped its anchor prior to impact as part of its emergency procedure after losing propulsion, the Maritime and Port Authority of Singapore said in a statement Tuesday. Now, the ship management company reported to MPA that just prior to the incident, the vessel Delhi had experienced momentary loss of propulsion, the statement from MPA said. As a result, it was unable to maintain the desired heading and collided with the Francis Scott Key Bridge. The vessel is currently holding onto its position at the site of the collision, and it is a stable condition, All 22 crew members are safe and accounted for. The news has reached out to the Synergy Group, the ship managing company, for comments. Give me a second here, guys. We have this one here. Emergency call from ship allow authorities to close bridge and save many, the governor said. An emergency call from the container ship gave official time to begin closing the Francis Scott Key Bridge to vehicle traffic before the ship slammed into it. Once again, the governor said on Tuesday. I'm thankful for the folks. Once the warning came up and once notification came up that there was a Mayday, who literally by being able to stop cars from coming over the bridge, these people are heroes. They saved many last night. Now, this article has a lot of information and is very, very, very long, extremely long. So I'm just giving you like some of the updates that's recently coming out. You have Pete is heading to Baltimore today. All right, so he's heading to Baltimore today, and once again, he's the U.S. Transportation Secretary under the President administration. So actually, let me just bring that up really quick. Let me just bring that up. See what's going on here. So once again, the U.S. Transportation Secretary Pete is heading to Baltimore today. A staff member with the agency confirmed to the news. Now, once again, Pete spoke to Maryland Gov. Westmore and Baltimore Mayor Brandon M. Scott following the event of the Francis Scott Key Bridge, according to a post from the Secretary on X. All right, so the rescue efforts remain underway, and drivers in the Baltimore area should follow local responder guidance on detours and response Pete Road. Maryland Transportation Secretary Paul said in a news briefing Tuesday morning the authorities are searching for alternative transport option for approximately 35,000 using the bridge every day, noting that they will be directing people to use two major tunnels, the Harbor Tunnel and the Fort McHenry Tunnel, to avoid the site of the collapse. That's going to be like bumper to bumper stuff going on there. Look at this. Look at this one. 5 vehicles submerged and water have been found. All right. This one here is very important. This one here is very important. Look at this. 6 are still unaccounted for after this event. This part is going to be very, very long. Give me a second here, guys. Give me a second. I have my small little puppy, and usually she loves to come here, my studio room, just to say hi, and she's a playful one. I just rescued her about almost 2 months ago. All right. It says here ship issued Mayday before colliding into the bridge. So we already know this. We're gonna skip this one here. All right, Georgia. Be careful, Georgia. I'm gonna have to put you down, girl. I'm gonna have to put you down, or just stay like this, okay? All right. So look at this one here. There were 8 were on the bridge at the time of the collapse. Maryland transportation chief says. This one here. Maryland Govs says investigation suggests the bridge collapse was an accident. Okay, I'm gonna have to put you down for a sec, okay? It was an accident. I mean, I believe it was an accident, but then, you know, I mean, I'm a type of person that there should be some kind of investigation. There has to be some kind of investigation. As of right now, they're saying it was an accident. The bridge was fully up to code, Maryland Gov says. All right, so the Francis Scott Key Bridge was fully up to code and no structural issue, Maryland Gov Westmore said during news conference Tuesday. The bridge collapsed after a container ship collided into it early Tuesday morning. All right, guys, so the rest of this here, I'm just going to leave on my Twitter page. Wait a minute. You got, hold on. Wait a minute. You have the FB says the bridge collapse is not tied to. All right. So this here is very important. All right. So you do have the FB, you know what, is putting out information. They're saying that this has nothing to do with the you know what, groups. Hold on, Department of Homeland Security, man, there's a lot of good stuff here. Again, updates I meant. So DHS Secretary Alejandra says no indication container ship collision was an intentional act. So you have the president, you have the DHS Secretary, and you have the FB. You know what? All three are saying it's not connected to intentional act, meaning that this is not from certain groups, bad groups, put it like that. All right, so I'm just gonna skip this one here. If you guys just want to pause and just read that part. All right. So they are saying that this ship was inspected 27 times before leaving. So this thing, this container ship was inspected 27 times and had 2 deficiencies, records show. So they usually check these, the ship, they check planes before, you know, they, you know, go out. And again, plane is like almost number one. They had to triple check, quadruple check that thing nowadays. Ships and everything. I used to drive forklifts, and my job was to inspect these forklifts every morning, make sure everything is good, the battery is good, everything is, you know, good, the forks, the propane tanks. I mean, I gotta make sure everything is properly 100% in good condition. If there's something wrong, then I take the keys and I put the keys away and I put a sign, just write something on, you know, and just save it on the computer. This forklift number 25 has tire issues, or, you know, brake issues, or something, you know, it's not functional. So that's what he do. Before, you know, getting on these ships or planes, that's, you know, you're supposed to do you know, a inspection. Once again, no crew members injured on the cargo ship. So once again, guys, this is going to be a very long, extremely long article. If you guys want to check it out, I will leave the link in my Twitter page. So once again, you have more information coming out. They're saying that there's no indication of you know what, or intent in Baltimore bridge collapse. All right, so once again, you have multiple, even the president, are saying that this has nothing to do with T strikes. Once again, you have the FB, you know who, is out there. All right, so this is a very important article. Tons of updates. They are posting every hour. If you guys want to keep up to date with this news, I will share this link in my Twitter page. Follow me on Twitter. The Twitter link will be in the comments box. We are sending prayers to the people out there in Baltimore. We are sending prayers to the families and friends that's still looking for their loved ones. And I will keep you updated on this story here. So once again, guys, this is the big breaking news that happened 1 a.m. I believe 1 a.m. Eastern time. And yes, sad situation took place. But the good thing is that those in that ship have put out the information, Mayday, Mayday, we have no brakes. This thing is going to hit that bridge. So, they, again, good communication, saved many lives. There's still some out there that's missing. But, again, you know, situation would have been a lot worse if it wasn't for that Mayday call. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, please share this video. For those of you that want to give a life to Christ, you can email me. My email is in the description box. Excuse me. Me and my wife are here to help many and to lead many to the righteous path, and that's the path of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for he's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father but through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.